Hello, everyone. Welcome to Epie Language Made Easy. You are welcome to my class. I am Miss Eswevie Tracy Odoki. This is our class 1, and I am going to be your teacher. So you learn. And I promise you, in a few months, you're going to be very fluent in Epie language. Okay, our topic for today is greetings. Our topic is what?
Greetings.
What is our topic?
Greetings.
Greetings in Epie language. Good morning in Epie language is Yana Mene or Yanam. What is good morning in Epie language?
Yanamini or Yanam.
Again.
Yanamini or Yanam.
Again.
Yanamini or Yanam.
Good afternoon in Epie language is Tegenemene or Tegenem. Again.
Tegenemini or Tegenem.
Again.
Tegenemini or Tegenem.
Again.
Tegenemini or Tegenem.
Good evening in Epie language is Biezemini or Biezem. Again.
Biezemini or Biezem.
Again.
Biezemini or Biezem.
Again.
Biezemini or Biezem.
Good night in Epie language is Adevumonovo. Say after me.
Adevumonovo.
Again.
Adevumonovo.
Again.
Adevumonovo.
Again.
Adevumonovo.
Give yourself a round of applause. Now you can conveniently greet someone in Epie language. I want us to do a little bit of revision because this our class is an interactive class. Who can tell me what is good morning in Epie language? Let me hear you.
Yanamini or Yanam.
Good. Clap for him. And what is good afternoon in Epie language? You.
Tegenemini or Tegenem.
Clap for him. What is good evening in Epie language?
Biezemini or Biezem.
Good. Clap for her. And what is good night in Epie language?
Adevumonovo.
Good. Clap for him. So now you can conveniently say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening in Epie language. And then when you want to go to sleep, you can conveniently tell someone good night in Epie language. Now we want to take it a little bit further. A little bit
further.
A little bit
further.
If you are greeting more than one person in Epie language, if it is morning and you're greeting more than one person, maybe they are in a group, they are seated somewhere, you will say Bayana Mene. You will say what?
Bayana Mene.
Again.
Bayana Mene.
That is when you're greeting more than one person. When you're greeting more than one person in the morning, it is Bayana Mene. Again.
Bayana Mene.
Again.
Bayana Mene.
If it is in the afternoon, you will say Bategenemeni. Again.
Bategenemeni.
Again.
Bategenemeni.
Again.
Bategenemeni.
If it's in the evening, you will say Babiezemeni. Again.
Babiezemeni.
Again.
Babiezemeni.
Again.
Babiezemeni.
Good. Now I told you earlier that if it's morning, you can greet Bayana Mene or Ba
Yanam.
Yana Mene or
Yanam.
Yana Mene or
Yanam.
Now if you're greeting more than one person, it is still the same thing. Bayana many or bayanam. Bayana many or ba.
Yana.
I would like one person to greet a group of persons good morning in Epie language. Let me hear you.
Bayana mini.
Okay, Oba.
Yana.
Good. Clap for him. Who can greet a group of people good afternoon in Epie language? Let me hear you.
Ba tegene mini. Or ba tegene.
Good. Ba tengene meni Oba. Tengene. Clap for him. And good evening in Epie language when you're greeting a group of persons. Yes?
Ba bieze mini. Or ba bieze.
Good. Ba bieze meni or ba bieze. Clap for yourself. Again. Again. Now, we are taking the greeting higher. When greeting people in a gathering or formal meeting with elders, for instance, you walk into a place and there are more than one persons or a formal meeting and there are elders there, we have a special way of greeting. You will first of all say, Banuao. Say after me, Banuao.
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 Now, because there are elders there, you will now say, Banegene mekbileze.
Banegene me bileze.
Banegene mekbileze.
Banegene me bileze.
Banegene mekbileze.
Banegene me bileze.
So if you walk into a gathering that consists of elders, there are elders in the gathering. As soon as you get in, the first thing you will say is, Banuao, Banegene mekbileze. Can you do that?
Yes.
Okay, let me hear you.
Banuao. Banegene me bileze.
Again.
Banuao. Banegene me bileze.
Again.
Banuao. Banegene me bileze.
Give yourself a round of applause. Now you say this type of greeting when you get to a gathering with elders. When you get to a gathering with what?
Elders.
Meaning in that gathering, your seniors are there. Your seniors are there. In that gathering, your seniors are there. But if it is just your mates, your peers, you just say Banuao and end it there. So if it is your peers, you just say what?
Banuao.
And end it there. But if there are elders in the gathering, how do you greet?
Banuao. Banegene me bileze.
Again.
Banuao. Banegene me bileze.
Give yourself a round of applause. And again. And again. Good. Now, if it is a family gathering, let's say a family meeting, or an association, or a society. For instance, they called for a meeting, a family gathering or so. In this case, the greeting will be slightly different. You will say, Ofama noao. Ofama noao. Maybe we belong to the same association and we are having a meeting and you want to greet them. This also comes in the inception of a speech. Maybe you want to make a speech. Before you start making the speech, you greet them. You say, Ofama noao. Banegene mekbileze. Let me hear you.
Ofama noao. Banegene me bileze.
Again.
Ofama noao. Banegene me bileze.
Good. Clap for yourself. And again. And again. Now, if you bump into an elderly person or your senior, we have a unique way of greeting our elders or our senior. I wouldn't want to use the word elder because when we say elder, you might be thinking that it's only persons that are above 50, 60, 70, 100, but anybody that is your senior is your elder. So when you see the person in the morning, maybe you bump into the person or something, you say, Anwao or Yana Mene Bileze. Yana Mene Bileze. Say it after me. Yana Mene Bileze.
Yana mini bileze.
Yana Mene Bileze.
Yana mini bileze.
If it's afternoon, how are you going to greet the person?
Tegene mini bileze.
Again.
Tegene mini bileze.
Again.
Tegene mini bileze.
If it's evening, how will you greet the person?
Bieze mini bileze.
Again.
Bieze mini bileze.
Again.
Bieze mini bileze.
All right, clap for yourself. Now, before we go into the next session, which is appreciation in Epie language, I want to quickly ask few questions in the class. Okay, what is good morning in Epie language?
Yana mini or yana.
Good. Clap for him. What is good afternoon in Epie language?
Tegene mini or tegene.
Good. Clap for her. What is good evening in Epie language?
Bieze mini or bieze.
Good. Clap for him. Now, if you want to greet a group of persons, or there are people, there are actually more than one, a group of persons. If it's morning, how will you greet them?
Bayana mini.
Good. Clap for him. If it's afternoon, how will you greet them?
Ba tegene mini.
Good. Clap for him. If it's evening, how will you greet them?
Ba bieze mini or ba bieze.
Good. Clap for her. Now, if you go into a gathering and there are elders in the gathering, how do you greet? Let me hear you.
Banuao. Banuao. Banegene me bileze.
Good. Clap for her. Banwao banegene me bileze. Good. Now, if it is an in-house meeting, family meeting, an association, an in-house meeting, and you want to make a speech, before you make the speech, how do you greet them? Let me hear you.
Famanuao.
You will not just end it there. Maybe there are elders in the place. How do you greet?
Famanuao. Banegene me bileze.
Good. Clap for him. And again. Now, for instance, you bump into an elderly person and you want to greet the person. If it's good morning, how will you greet that elderly person? Let me hear you.
Yana me bileze.
Good. Clap for him. If it's afternoon, how will you greet the person?
Tegene me bileze.
If it's evening, how will you greet the person?
Bieze me bileze.
Good. Clap for yourself. So now you have learned how to greet in Epie language. This brings us to the next session, which is appreciation in Epie language. Say after me, appreciation in Epie language.
Appreciation in Epie language.
Appreciation in Epie language.
Appreciation in Epie language.
Thank you in Epie language is aloha. Thank you in Epie language is what?
Aloha.
Thank you in Epie language is what?
Aloha.
Thank you in Epie language is what?
Aloha.
Then well done in Epie language is anoa. Well done in Epie language is what?
Anoa.
Well done in Epie language is what?
Anoa.
Well done in Epie language is what?
Anoa.
If you are appreciating more than one person, you use the plural word ba. So if you're telling more than one person thank you, what will you say?
Baluao.
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 If you want to tell more than one person well done in a PA language, what do you say?
Baluao.
Again.
Baluao.
Again.
Baluao.
Now, aloha and anoa can be used interchangeably. Aloha and anoa can be used
Interchangeably.
Aloha and anoa can be used
Interchangeably.
good. Bye-bye in a PA language is bye. Bye-bye in a PA language is what?
Bayo.
Bye-bye in a PA language is what?
Bayo.
Bye-bye in a PA language is what?
Bayo.
Good. Welcome in a PA language is anoa. Welcome in a PA language is what?
Anoa.
Welcome in a PA language is what?
Anoa.
For instance, somebody comes to your house to visit you and you want to tell the person welcome in a PA language. What will you say?
Anoa.
If there are more than one person, what will you say?
Banuao.
If there are more than one person, what will you say?
Banuao.
Clap for yourself. You know, in those days when I was much younger, our people are farmers. So when they are coming back from the farm, to tell them both welcome and well done. If it's one person, you say anuao, you know, coming back from the farm. If it's more than one person, say anuao, you know, telling them welcome and at the same time telling them well done. So we use aloha and anoa interchangeably. That brings us to the end of class 1. Clap for yourself. See you in our next class.